Hey guys, welcome back to Vid-Bits. My name is Brian, aka Pops, and we are going to continue on with the Mega Man Legacy collection. Alrighty. I'm just going to turn that on turbo this time. It just seemed a little laggy last time. That is just the jam. I mean, I could always just pop in Mega Man 2 and just know that I'm in for a good time. Just the soundtrack, the gameplay. It's so awesome. I'm gonna call wipe. This is where I should hit start anyways. Now we're gonna get going. Now we're playing with power. If I would have moved forward, I would have still got hit by that enemy because for some reason, when there's so much going on, they'll like literally still let his pixel resume there even though invisible. Alright. So let's do this. Let's turn turbo back to original and then reset the game. I just want to see if he behaves differently, because I think he will. I don't think he'll throw those saws. Like when I get close and pressure him, he's not gonna throw those saws when I jump back and forth. Watch this. See, like he was going like crazy back and forth. And it wasn't even manageable. I don't know. What do you think? This is just the second. I did the first one an hour earlier. So we're just on the second one. Just something I figured I would passively do today. Tell him Freddy sent ya. I definitely am, I don't have to do them in sequential order. What's your favorite? And what's the debate here? We're debating whether or not we should be playing with CPU speed on original or turbo. Because that'll probably dictate something. Like, I found that Metal Man was way more aggressive on turbo, but I also went in there with no health. What's the move? What do you think the move is here? I played the first one on original because I thought it had to do with how the sprite flicker and stuff, but I guess it doesn't. Let's try turbo again. Right. And then we'll reset the game. I think once I get past Metal Man, it really won't matter. Maybe I'll do... I mean, I don't know. I'm not really worried about one life in it. Just trying to get it in. I was telling on the first one I was talking about, my main desire to do this is so that I can like train up again on 4, 5, and 6, so that way I can, because I have them on original cartridge. I'd rather be doing it on that, but I also don't want to look like a chump because I went through 3, and man, I didn't forget how hard it was. I just remembered how much of a value I thought it was. As a Mega Man fan, I thought, wow, and I just remembered the cover of Nintendo Power about it, and spending more time looking at that magazine than owning it and being able to get in and be about it. Yeah. Definitely got all 6 of those. That's really, I mean, as a speedrunner, I prefer to run everything on original cartridge, but I just like this collection, and I figure I know people see it sometimes and aren't even into it, or see it and then they don't get it, you know, definitely don't get it when it's on sale, and I just feel like it's such a mistake, it's such a good value. So, you know, I'm always willing to give people tips and you know, stuff about it. But I also want people to see me struggle regaining my skills about it. I'm gonna probably take a dive on this first one. You got the best deal ever. The only person that, no, I mean, you got the best deal ever. I was gonna say I have a really good story comparatively, not like as a kid, but like yard sailing. I got Kid Icarus for $0.25, just laying on somebody's like blanket in their stall, and they're just like, yeah, that's what they had on it, that's all they wanted for it. But yeah, Mega Man 1, I traded the NES game Pipe Dreams for a copy of Mega Man 1 because the person that had it it was too hard for him. He had all of them up to that point, but he didn't care to get rid of it because Pipe Dreams is something that he knew he had thought he wanted. I'm sure he probably wanted more for his wife, but like, yeah, at the time he traded me that for a copy of Mega Man 1. I had played Mega Man 2 first. Mega Man 2 was my first, and everybody says the first one you beat is your favorite. I think Mega Man 2 ends up being the favorite in a lot of people's minds because it was made by the fans at Capcom that were working on it that begged to get to work on another Mega Man project. So, really, if you look at it like that, objectively, this was not the move. I just did something crazy doing this, so. Sequence break. But you're not gonna, you know, back in the day, you were not gonna get a better value for your dollar as a NES player than to get a Mega Man game. And then if you did do that, people like me that are in their early 40s that are blessed to be good at any of these modern RPG, or not RPGs, but platformers and stuff, indie platformers and all that crazy stuff, because those people were inspired by the difficulty that was in these games, and then just to be able to have grown up with this. I mean, Bray will tell you firsthand that, you know, he just celebrated his 19th birthday, and like he definitely has a lot of skills in the platformers of today because he got his chops, you know, and broken in you know, single digits growing up with me having him have access to all this stuff, be it physically if I could afford to, or if not, luckily the Wii Virtual Console was in his life the entirety of it, so he had access to all the stuff that he was, even if I didn't download it, sometimes when he'd get his currency for his birthday, he would just go find the stuff that he wanted to play, you know. But this game, like you said there, is the perfect game because those guys they were told, okay, we'll let you work on another Mega Man game, but you have to do it after hours. So these guys would be working on whatever project Capcom had them working on at the time. I'd like to know specifically what it was for this game, but they had to focus on that entirely. And then, and you know how like work ethic is and all that. then they had to, after their job during their normal day, then they could work on Mega Man 2. And those people that went in after hours and worked on Mega Man, that's why Mega Man 2 is the way it is. It's like, it couldn't be any more of a passion project. I think kids, unfortunately, are stuck in stigma wheels. Like, if NES games were hard and difficult and remind the parents of the struggle, then, like, you know, and then there's, I don't know, there's people like me that just have always been, like, a history buff. I think a lot of it had to do with that. Like, or I don't have the right thing to get up there now. Being a history buff makes it so that, you know, I wanted to make sure I went there the whole way thinking that I had the Rush Jet, because I went the wrong way. I mean, the Rush Jet Beta. But, you know, wanting to play everything. I remember, you know, I got Atari because my dad brought it home. You know, it wasn't because I, like, asked for it. I didn't have it. I knew that I wanted a Nintendo, and then, like, just wasn't in the cards, you know, then 1987, I think it was in such a limited test market, you know, so 88, I know everybody fervorously wanted one and talked about it forever. And then one day he brought home a brown cardboard box with an Atari 2600 in it and, like, all the best games. And I was like, I'd say I was 7 or 8, and I remember he just said, if you ever mess with this without asking, you're never going to get to play it. So I remember not touching it. The next day, you know, we went through, he showed me everything worked, he played all the best things he liked, and then he just let me go ham on it. And, you know, it was Adventure, Missile Command, Berserk, you know, and some of the, you know, some of the lesser ones obviously were in there too, you know, E.T. and the like. But I just remember just falling in love with games like Kaboom, which is like a Twitch game, Missile Command, Atari Asteroids, you know, oh shit, I'm gonna actually have to probably peel off a pretty good bite, and, but I then remember after that, you know, obviously wanting the Nintendo, you know, through 87, through 88, you know, getting to go over to my mom's friend's house, where their kids had stacks of tapes and everything, and, like, then I got to start to see what the NES was about before I had it, and this was like seeing what Legend of Zelda was, crossing the wooden bridge over into the tree, seeing what it was like to get through 1-4 on... This is the mistake of going this way, is I'm going to actually have to use 2 energy tanks because I did not pick Airman. It's hilarious. That's alright. I'm not stressing. And then, like, you know, going through and just being jealous of all that stuff, but knowing it was coming, and, you know what I mean? But, like, not to go through further than that, but, like, so starting off with a Nintendo, so when I got the Nintendo, my mom was very surprised to know that if I would get yard sale money and stuff, and say I went around the neighborhood to a garage sale, coming home with, like, the Video Now system or whatever it was, where you put videotapes in, you put a suction cup with a red beeper on your TV, and you shoot a light gun that's really just, like, based on the honor system, that's, like, going in time with the shitty VHS movie. I just remember how mad she was. Like, why are you not saving up for a Nintendo game? Why are you getting this? And I'm just explaining to her, like, how important it is for me to understand, like, the history of everything. Or, like, coming home with, like, the handheld Merlin game. You know, again, a yard sale choice. You're not saving up for a Game Boy? But then she'd be the same person that would give me a Tiger, you know, LED game, and I would be okay with it for a while until then, you know, everybody's touting their Game Boys and stuff, and I'm just, like, super jealous about it. But, like, my main point is just wanting to learn about all the technology. So, you know, Brayden was in a situation then, since I was still into video games, and so was his sister as well. Like, you know, it was there because I wanted to. It's like the whole thing, know your roots thing. Like, I don't know. Like, I felt like if you don't appreciate where games came from, and basically what it is you're blessed now with the ability to have a more defined image and sound and depth of play, but it's still all about actuation of gameplay. It's still all about, like, you know, the same thing that attracts older people to casinos. Like, what's the appeal of pulling the lever versus, like, the dopamine that you feel in your head go off versus the visual reward. So, to me, that's the difficulty of play, enjoying what I'm seeing, but ultimately being able to fucking control whatever I'm doing. So if in a game where it's responsive and you're, you know, the whole thing is about you actuating control, almost like a director of a movie or a play, it got to the point where I was more into the games that controlled well, but then my history of my life and stuff was more aligned to my parents being able to afford the shittier LJN experiences that allowed me the pleasure of learning how to deal with horrible gameplay and or bad mechanics, but then still finding my way. And you know, that is again, you know, what do you call that? Perseverance, really. Oh, I got lucky twice that I should have got knocked back in a hole. That's for damn sure. Dre says, moms giving Tiger Games shouldn't complain about their kids spending money on crappy game systems. Heard. I agree. I effing agree. Yeah, and especially when it's like she got me like Tiger Baseball. Now, granted, wasn't super huge baseball fan, but to be honest, if you're gonna get something, it was a pretty good get just to be able to pass some time with some Tiger LED baseball. But yeah, I remember getting the what was it, the God, what's the name of it? The Microvision. I remember buying a Microvision at a yard sale, and it's like the handheld that has like faceplates that the games are built into. And I remember, and I see people now in history talk about it, and yeah, it probably it would have definitely got damaged eventually, but it's just kind of funny that people talk about that kind of stuff. Freddie says, my parents would buy me all kinds of unlicensed, licensed games. Like, the knockoff games are like the licensed, I mean, like unlicensed games are like things that were real or weren't real. Because, yeah, I unfortunately, the thing is, like, it's a mixed bag. Like, it was such a mixed bag. Like, I can be upset on one end, you know, but then I also, you know, I don't know. There's something about making the unintelligent choice to get Friday the 13th as a child and never be able to figure it out, and then as an adult be happy enough that I have, and then, like, actually, you know, it's almost like a badge of honor that I decided in my adult life that I had to do well at it, so I wouldn't, like, have, you know, always beaten me. But then there's games like Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Turtles that I still have never beaten, and I don't know, it makes me, it doesn't frustrate me, but it makes me think, man, will it ever happen? Thank you for that, saving me. And I don't want to look up guides and just see somebody do it beat for beat, because then I feel like I'll have cheated myself out of it. But man, I don't know. At this point in my life, I don't think I have the patience just to sit there over and over and over and die to that. So, like, I feel like, I don't know. What's the stance on that, chat? What's the statute of limitations where I should stop gatekeeping myself from being able to see the end of those games, because I know that, you know, all I have to do is watch somebody do it for a while, and then I'll still have to actuate it. Because I want to see me and Braden in a year beat Castlevania, Metroid, and Kid Icarus, all because they were games I knew I had to do that, and we did it, and I don't feel shitty about it. But, like, for some reason, Ninja Turtles and Ninja Gaiden, I'm like, oh, I gotta do that on my own. Oh, movies like licensed games, yeah. There was a lot, man. Look at the list. There's a lot. Oh, that's horrible. I need to be up there. Oh, that's bad. I really needed that. I guess I can... Let's see. Okay. Okay. Had to be a little bit resourceful. The non-elegant Mega Man 2 playthrough. Oh, not all 3 Castlevanias. I have, I need to beat, well, 2, there's no way I would try to do 2 without help, because it's so cryptic. And, we beat Castlevania 1, just beat that, yeah. But 3, I've still been saving that one, because I know I've heard it's really good. But, like, right now, I'm doing Dawn of Sorrow, though. Doing Dawn of Sorrow since they just released that for console, and because it's amazing. Still have yet to do Symphony of the Night, but Metroid, the original Metroid, and Kid Icarus, the original Kid Icarus, yeah, still have yet to do the Game Boy one. But doing Dawn as well, hell yeah. Hell, I mean, that was one of the stealth drops of one of the most amazing stealth drops ever. And hopefully everybody understands at this point that the timer is just for prosperity. I'm being pretty chill about this. These are just the first ones, just getting them in, getting the gold Mega Man head. Go for the Legacy Collection. Oh my god, I don't have the flash stopper equipped. Oh no! Gotta do parkour! Parkour! Oh no! That's in case you use the flash stopper. Uh-oh. 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 No! So close. Pro move. That should have been an achievement. Getting through that corridor without the flash stopper. And I had it, so I could have used it. It was a freaking flex. Do not mess around with trying to push forward if that... These frogs are actually one of, like, the most difficult enemies in the game. You see how many metal blades it's taking to kill this guy? Let's just see if we can do it. I want to get through without any of those bricks falling. That's the pimp move. That same brick appears in DuckTales as well. It's in the moon stage. And also in the Himalayan stage. Don't press forward like too fast there, or you just walk into the spikes. Like pro people probably just do a tap jump from that gap to that gap, but pretty easy to overshoot it. Oh, almost. You think we got enough health there? Perhaps. Had a feeling. Perhaps. That's when you're jumping across platform gaps over death chasms, PTSD will begin. Right there. Oops. Sorry. You have to like just do a micro adjustment on your jump, and you can put that on a layer where you'll skate by and get it, but by no means do you want to jump off there, get it, and relaunch the sled. That's just like asking for it. I love that. Mega Man could be reskinned as John Wick Man. Got wood, man? I guess I picked this one last because it just gets the music gets me pumped up to get into the end game. And also, defeating the wolves is my least favorite thing to do. I love wolves. Wow. And that's the first half hour of Mega Man 2. Way up highly. Rental flosses, the guy. Check out Rent Black on Broadway. See, like, the edge of the foot pixel, I just don't feel like it's the same as, like, how my brain perceives it on a CRT. Like, I should be able to just edge off a little bit differently there, and you really do have to be on the edge of this ladder. That's pretty good. Pretty good. There's, like, no room for error there, really. Alrighty. Now with the same amount of seizure as the NES version. They do have a warning at the beginning of the game, by the way. Mega Man 2. Mega Man rains saw blades down on everyone. It's a perfect Halloween game. No, I missed out on my E-Take had died. That's pathetic. I cannot believe I did that. Oh, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe they let you do that. That's the only time I feel like I would rewind. But what's going on? The whole thing is falling apart. I'm just kidding. It's not. It's fine. I'm a pro. You can see that. Listen, if I wasn't a pro, I would just have freaked out and then broke my monitor. Like, I can't believe I did that shit! The whole run fell apart! Guess what? This is the first time I've set on Mega Man 2 for the Legacy Collection. I don't think I should go for the second one at all. Probably shouldn't. But it did. Crazy. Crazy. Crazy for Mega Man 2. But we don't make the same mistake here. We actually, get the metal blade out preemptively. Like, no, no, no. Like, hey, guy, no, no, no. And now, who cares about that extra life? This is what we care about. It's this guy here. There we go. Good job there, Megman. Launching saw blades at everything. Launching them. Saw bladey. Probably gonna get an extra guy soon. Statistically, it's bound to happen soon. Uh-oh. That was pretty close. He should have grabbed that health pick, but he ain't. As soon as you see they start to like animate, that's when you shoot. Like not when they come together and they animate. Like boop, Nope. Soon, because like as soon as like the box pulls together, they're gonna move, and then that's when they can be hit. They will give you a second before they move after like they pull out of like the initial form location, but like then they start going more and more crazy if you give them time to do that. So don't do that. Just shoot them with the bubble lid, just like that, and then treat yourself to some more flashing screen. Will we see the fish or no? No, yep, there he is. Sometimes you won't see him. Maybe not in the Turbo Edition. Imagine getting trolled there. You know people did. That's something you learn, and then you're just like, oh. Now, when I defeat this enemy, look at what's considered the the body. See that? LP? You can see that. It's in Chinese. Or Japanese? I'm not sure. Kanji. The point is, you can see LP right there. That's weird. He snuck his name in there, in his art. This is the game's way of saying if you don't have number 1 and crash all the way up, you're mistaken. You should. Also need the sled again, I think. Oh, that was a mistake. That should have went to sled. No, not to me. I always do that. I mean, I think you can get up there with one of these. The sled's for that part up there. I never remember where the hole is, so it's just easier to be like, okay, I'm not gonna fall in that hole that's gonna kill you as an instant death trap. Don't need that now because we have full ones. I probably should just have done that instead of the crash bombs that I had to replenish. Oh, my least favorite part of the whole thing. Because we have to do a shit ton of waiting. Concussion. The worst enemy in the game. Shouldn't have said that shit. I pissed him off. Oh, we're not gonna be able to pause. I really just wanted to make that jump. I really need to just chill out with wasting these, or it's gonna be all over. I'm just getting beat up. Control here, Brian. Jeez, lagging too. That's just horrible for my cause. Why do I insist on doing that 5 times? Okay. Okay, I'm screwed. Pretty screwed. I made this the most difficult thing ever. Now basically, I have to be able to get up here. I did. I have to drop down here. Did I mention that I hate having an extra controller? That is not the cleanest way to do that at all. Used all of my resources. And lucky wasn't a complete wipe and had to do the entire stage over again. It's the worst boss in the entire castle. And that's a little secret. If you just hug that wall and you don't make any missteps jumping over that, you can make it so you don't have to worry about hitting that deadly, deadly blow. Or lava. Whatever. Oh, got hit. Oh well. There it is. Thank you, Infa King and Kampar. Yuki-chan's Papa. They allowed them to give some sort of, gesture as to who they were in a lot of cases, but a lot of people aren't allowed to get credit because they didn't want them to get stolen away. They let you know what kind of production, these people, even the people that did it, it's all the people that dedicated their time to doing it probably are working on it after hours. It took a lot of people to pull it together, I'm sure. Especially Fishman. Capcom. Now, we go to which? We have 2 Mega Man golden helmets. Look at that. Now let's do what we did last time. We'll go through the museum here, or database here. Shows you everything that we fought. His name is Karag. Goblin, Shrink, Shotman, Swarm, Sniper Armor. It tells you all the weaknesses too. Change Keymaker, Telly, Baton. That's a Pyrobot. Freddy sent Namram at Ian. Big Fish, Pippi, Flyboy, Press. Aw, it's Friender. A robot that protects the forest. It originally shot fire extinguisher fluid from its tail, but it was modified to shoot fire. Horrible, horrible Dr. Wily. Matsuraburu. Matsaburu. Matasaburu. It's a prototype airman. Neat. Manking. Pico-Pico-Kan. Oh. Neat that they go through and give you all of the access to these things. And yeah, then obviously all the robot masters and them. But it's cool that they have all the production art for these games. I can't believe that the wolf is called Friender, and he's a friend of the forest. He's designed to put out forest fires. Instead, Dr. Wily modified him to make more fires. What an asswad. I used to sketch Wily's castle stages on the back of my notebooks and stuff. I do like how they have them all in perspective. Neat actual sketches with some crayon work. That's so cool. I mean, that's so cool. I don't know what's cooler, the fact that they included it, or the fact that the people that were in the project loved it so much, or kept, so much of this type of stuff. Like, there's generations of games now that, like, this stuff, who knows if some of this stuff even exists for some games that people like. Where's that one? That one promo one is really cool. Alright guys, that being said, thank you very much for telling Freddy sent ya. We got Namram at Edom stop by at the very end. Dre as well. Appreciate you guys joining me for some more Mega Man, sharing stories of our childhoods, and obviously Cutman feels pretty left out. He was having a pretty damn good time. And so are we, and I'm glad to be back in the full swing of action. We're gonna have lots of different things today, unless my schedule just changes all of a sudden, but yeah, we're going to just keep throwing it out there, and appreciate anything that catches your attention and all of your interactions on all these streams. So thank you very much. Until then, good games, good goals, and good RNG, guys. It's been Brian, aka Pops from the Vid-Bits. See you in the next one. Peace.